What did we do in 22 and what will it be in 23? Hi, welcome back to Halton Warren OO9. I'm Mark. Got a slight distraction here. I don't know if the camera will show it that low, but I've got the dog here, haven't we? And you're trying to get a fuss. Welcome back to Halton Warren OO9. I'm Mark. So what did we do in 22? Well, we did a couple of important things. One was I got married, which I'm still very pleased about, obviously, less than a year. The other thing was making a decision on the way forward for the model railway, and that was mainly down to listening to the wisdom of the great Charlie Bishop. Now, Charlie was doing a video in which he was talking about butterfly modelling, where you start on something and then you move on to something else, then you move on to something else, then you go back to the original one. So you flit it like a butterfly between each bit. That's what I do, and it was kind of a bit of a wake-up call, if you like, because I've laid some track and I've started doing the scenic section around that, and then I was going to move on to the next one. But after listening to that with Charlie, he basically made me realise that it was going to be years before I had a train running. And I know some model railwayers do the models because they enjoy the scenics and they want to get the scenics done, and maybe the railway is just an interest within that scenics. Most of us, I think, want to get the trains up and running. That's the point of the hobby for us. We want to get trains running, we want to operate them, and then we want to have them running through some nice scenery. But the important part is getting those trains running. And once the trains are up and running, you can potter around and fiddle with bits on the scenery, but as long as you've got those trains running, you've achieved something, you've got something to interest you. You can have a play with it in the evenings, and then you just spend the rest of your life doing the scenery bit, which again for some people is more important, but for me, I want to take my time on this. This is a lifetime hobby, so that's the way forward for me. Get the trains up and running, then do the scenery and just make it a lifetime hobby. So what did we do in 22? We made that decision. We sorted out the track at the Halton St Mary end of the railway. That's where the reversing loop is. That's more or less complete. There's a few bits and pieces to do on the track work there. We've done the fiddle yard baseboard. There is some more work to do on there because I've come up with a different idea for stopping the trains more precisely within the actual fiddle yard storage yards. The baseboard's done for the helix, and some of the parts are done for the helix. So that's where we are today. That is where I stopped just before the weather closed in and I can't get out to do anything. So what will it be in 23? Again, listening to Charlie, in one of his recent ones, he was saying about planning. So that he is going to have baseboard, I don't know what it was, baseball say 22 done by the end of February, baseball 23 by the end of March, baseball 24, then he was going to do this. So he was setting himself goals, and within a decent time scale that he wasn't rushing, and he should be able to achieve it in that time. So that's what I thought I need to do. I need to set goals. Now, my problem on not being able to do that in the past is a time constraint. I have got to work around work around family commitments, work around the weather because I've got to work outside a lot of the time, and it's just a struggle to actually plan round. I might say by the end of March I want to do this, but it's wind and it's rain and I can't do that, so it's now by the end of April, and then something else might happen, then it's by the end of May. So mine's been time constrained. We have sorted out that because as of the first week of March, I'm going to be retired. And I'm so looking forward to it. Now, being retired, I'm going to have the time. She's got a whole load of ideas for me as well. But having the time to actually spend some decent time doing some modelling and getting my model railway up and running and getting those trains going. So my plan at the moment is I'm retiring within the first week of March. So by the end of March, I want to get the fiddle yard baseboard done. I want to get that all wired in properly. I want to get it tested, and I want to be able to run trains on that section. Once that's done, by the end of April, I want the helix built. I want that wired in, all the track laid, and again tested. Then by the end of May, I'm looking at getting one of the two scenic boards on the Hazel Markham side of the railway, which is the main station. It's also going to be where the loco sheds are going to be, and it's the estate manager's yard, so there's workshops and all sorts to build on there. As I say, that's going to be a lifetime job putting that in, but I can get the baseboard there and get the track in. Now that is two baseboards, so the station's on one, the workshops are on the other. I might have to do the station one first because that sits in the corner, but so by the end of May I want one of those done and in place. Then by the end of June, middle of July, I want the second one in place, and then July, that takes us into August. I want all the track connected. I want to get my head around the iTrains and get that installed and connected up properly as well. So by the end of August, I want trains running on my layout. That gives me 7 months, 7.5 months from now. So that's the plan for 23. I think I've waffled enough now. It's giving you an idea where we're at and what we plan to do. Getting retired is, as I say, I'm so looking forward to that. It will give me the opportunity to get on with the railway. It will also mean that I can put out more regular videos onto YouTube, and I will be filming different bits as I go along. So hopefully, I would like to say I'm going to get a video out every 2 weeks. It might be once a month, but I'll see how it goes. I've got some other things to do with the videos. My computer's so old, I'm having problems with picture quality at the moment, so I might need to buy a new laptop. I'm looking at a different software as well for doing the editing. The software I'm using at the moment is fairly good, but it needs improving a little bit, so we'll see what we can do with that. Anyway, as I say, I've waffled enough. Thank you for listening. Thank you as well for the subscriptions I've got. Before Christmas, I think I was up to, well, when was the missus away? She was away in October, and I was happy that I'd reached 20 subscribers. As of today, I'm at 125 subscribers. I just can't believe that. Must be doing something right. Anyway, as I say, enough waffling. Thank you for listening again. Hopefully you'll tune in and see how the layout progresses. Enjoy whatever you do model railway wise, whether you're building your own railway or looking on YouTube and following other people. It's always for keeping involved in the hobby, and it's a great hobby. So take care, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.